Today's learning target is I can find the lateral area and surface area of prisms. Today we're going to talk about surface area and lateral area. Now to start with, we're going to look at what lateral area is. So lateral area is the area of all the faces that aren't a base. So for example, in this prism right here, okay, here's one of our bases, here's the other base. So if we took this and opened it up, created a net, okay, this is a base and this is the base. The lateral area is the area of these four faces right here. Now in this triangular prism, okay, the triangle is our base. So here's one base and here's the other base. So we create a net just like this. Okay, here's a base, here's a base. The lateral area, we're going to figure out the area of the lateral faces. These right here. So it'd be these three. 1, 2, 3. So to figure out the lateral area, we could actually just figure out the area of each one of these faces. Okay, but that's going to take quite a while. And there's an easier way to do it. To easily find the lateral area, we can use this formula right here. So we can find the lateral area by taking the perimeter, which we're going to use as a capital P, times the height. So if we find the perimeter of the base and then times it by the height, that will give us the lateral area. Now the important part of this is to find the perimeter of the base itself. Okay, so the perimeter times the height. So let's try to find the lateral area with two different types of prisms. Let's start with this prism here. So we're going to start out with our formula and writing down our formula. So lateral area equals perimeter of the base times height. So to find the perimeter of the base, okay, I'm going to take, I know, the length, and I'm going to times that by 2 because there's 2 of those, and the width, okay, I'll take 2 of those. So I'll take 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I plugged in my numbers into my formula. Notice how I set it up. I put parentheses around finding the perimeter because I want to do that first. So I'm taking 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, and then I'll times it by the height, 15.1. So that's going to give me 17 times 15.1, which is going to equal 256 7/10 inches squared. Remember, it's inches squared because it's surface area, or it's area of all the lateral faces. So let's find the lateral area of this triangular prism now. So we'll start off by writing our formula down. The lateral area equals perimeter times height, perimeter of the base. So perimeter of this triangle here, we've got 8 and 15 and 17. We know we're going to add those. And again here, notice how I put those into my formula here. I want to do the perimeter first, so I put parentheses around that, because if not, if I just put all these together with no parentheses, order of operations says that I'll do the multiplication before the addition. And once I multiply these out, I'm going to get 800, and my units are squared meters. So lateral area focused on the area of the lateral faces. Surface area now, what we're going to be looking at here, is going to focus on every face. So in this case, all 5 faces of this prism. So to find the surface area, I can use either of these two formulas. They're the same thing. I can find the surface area by finding the lateral area plus the area of the two bases. So remember, big B means the area of the base, and times it by 2 because there's 2 bases. Okay, and then the lateral area, if I add the lateral area to that, that would give me the entire surface area. Or I could use the formula perimeter times the height, because that's the same as the lateral area, plus 2 times the area of the bases. Okay, we're finding the same thing here. So let's start and find the surface area of this figure right here. So we start out by writing our formula, which I've done right here. Remember, these formulas are really the same, so I just choose this one because it spells out what I need to find in this. So I'm going to find the perimeter of the base here. So here's my base. Okay, my perimeter, I'm going to go 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now, if I had found my lateral area first, I could have just plugged that number into this formula right here, but I'm going to go as though I hadn't found the lateral area. So I started here, and this is finding the lateral area. So I took the perimeter right here, 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3, okay, because I'm adding together 2 groups of the 5.5 and 2 groups of the 3. That's going to give me my perimeter of my base. And then I'm going to times that by the height at 15.1. So this is how I show that. I'm going to do this first because that's in the first set of parentheses. And then once I solve that, I'm going to do the second set of parentheses. And then over here, I was finding the base, and I took 2 times the base, so the area of the base. So we know the area of this rectangle is length times width, so I took 2 times the length times the width. So I'm going to solve this area, and I get 256.7, and then when I solve this, I get 33, so I'm going to put that in here. Now you notice how it's going to be important when I'm doing these to work these out just like I am here. So I'm working my way down, okay? And otherwise it's going to start getting complex when you start getting long formulas like this. And now when I add those together, I get 289.7 or 7/10, and I'm talking about squared inches. So I'm going to solve this triangular prism as though I've already found the lateral area, and I'm going to find the surface area now. So I'm going to use this formula right here. I'm going to plug in the lateral area that I know, and then we'll see what this looks like. So I plug in my numbers here. I know my lateral area is 800 meters squared, and then I'm going to take 2 times the surface area of the base. Okay, now this base is a triangle, so I know that's 1/2 base times height, so that's what I've taken here. The base was 15, and the height of the triangle was 8. So now, when I solve those out, I'm going to take a look, and I can mentally do this. 1/2 of 8 is 4, and 4 times 15 is 60, and then it's 2 times 60, which I'm going to do here, plus 800. And once I work that through, I end up with the surface area equals 920 meters squared.